this is a slightly different video than you are probably used to, but I do hope that this is beneficial for a lot of you in a completely different way. As you are watching this now, you know me as Zoe. I write a blog and I'm on my Twitter a lot, and I like all things materialistic. But what you don't often see is a different side of me, which I will begin to explain in this video. That kind of makes it sound like I have some scary alter ego and that at night I turn into a werewolf, or I am in fact a vampire or something really weird, but it's not of that nature, although that would be very cool. And it is a very personal video for me to sit down and talk to you about. I've never really addressed this issue in front of hundreds of thousands of people, but I'm going to pretend there are not hundreds of thousands of people watching right now. If this helps at least one of you watching this, just one of you, then it's totally worth it, and I'm 100% happy that I've managed to help. A lot of people get the assumption that because someone is able to sit here in front of a camera and speak for 10 to 20 minutes was just one period in my life where I was just like, no, I'm not doing anything, I'm not doing anything. And I think that was like the most depressing for like other people around me. I know that Louise was like, I don't like this, you're not happy anymore. It was almost like the Zoe that you see now and the Zoe that people know was not there. Refused to go anywhere, refused to do anything. And that's a sad existence. Like, who wants to live like that? I've had them for 9 years. I didn't do anything about my panic attacks until last year, when I decided that enough was enough, and now that I knew what was happening and it was ruining the way I was living my life, I decided to go to a doctor and speak to her. I just went to my local GP. They were really unhelpful. It's kind of disheartening after so long. You go to the doctors, you just think, okay, they're gonna sort me out, it'll be fine. And it made me feel really crap. And after that, I guess I just felt worse, because then I felt like, well, maybe there isn't something wrong with me and maybe I just need to deal with this on my own and the doctors can't give me anything. Right? There are so many different things that you can do to solve panic attacks. There's pills you can take for anxiety, there are beta blockers, things to slow down your heart. I didn't really want to go straight into the medical route because that kind of terrifies me, but I went there. I had got nothing from it, and then we started looking at like private places to go. It's all very expensive, and we were looking at hypnotherapy, we were looking at lots and lots of different things. And I tried things from like Boots and Superdrug, you know, the calming things. None of that stuff really worked. Then a couple of months ago, I went through a really horrible time, and it's not something that I like to ever think over too much. Over the last few months, I decided to take a completely different outlook on life. I just sat here one day and I was like, this is not what I want to be like. A few months ago, I was barely doing anything. I was just like having a poopy time. I was in a really poopy mood, and one day I was just like, no, I don't want to be like this anymore. You can't let panic or anxiety change the way you do things, because you get one life, YOLO. You only live once. Yes, I just said YOLO. This is what I was thinking. I was just like, I'm never going to be this age again. I'm never going to have this day again. I'm never going to get back the years that I wasted being too terrified to ever leave my house, or to miss out on all the memories that my friends are making while I'm sat here because I'm too scared I'm going to panic. Panic attacks will not kill you. It is extremely rare it will ever cause you to drop down dead. It's just your body's way of trying to protect you, and that's the way that you have to kind of see it. You just have to think to yourself, really, what is the worst that can happen? You can't die. You're not going to cause the death of anybody else. There is nothing that can happen to you that is terrible. And this is the one thing you have to remind yourself. Don't set yourself time limits on anything. If you're an anxious person or you suffer with panic attacks, the best advice I can give you is never try and stick to a timed schedule for anything. It just maximizes stress so much. If you think to yourself, yeah, okay, I'm going to meet my friend, but I'm gonna do it when I want to do it. And it doesn't matter if it takes me all day, and it doesn't matter if I have to get off the train 6 times before I get there. Just do everything the way you want to do it at your own pace. It is a mental illness, and nobody likes to use the word mental illness, but it is, and it's not something that people choose to have. I didn't choose when I was 14 to decide to have panic attacks for 9 years and for it to ruin loads of opportunities for me. But that's just what happened, and you can either let it rule your life and let it make you miserable, or you can just think, no, I don't want to live my life like that anymore. You can either go and seek help professionally if you've not already, or just think the same thing as me. After I decided enough is enough and I'm not gonna live like this anymore, I decided to say yes to things I would not normally say yes to, and it involved me making loads of new friends, going places I'd never been before. Just every opportunity that came at me in the last few months, I said yes to. If you decide to take the opportunities that you're given, you will get more out of life. There are so many people that suffer with anxiety, depression, panic attacks, the list is endless, and a lot of the time they're all connected somehow. 1 in 4 people will suffer with some form of mental illness. So I guess the point of this video is to let you guys know that you are not the only person that feels this way. If you're watching this and you've not left your house in like 2 months, please just remember that you will never get these 2 months back if you continue to let the anxiety and the panic take over your life, because that's exactly what it's doing. You literally need to bat it out, give it a punch, throw it away, karate chop it, whatever you want to do, just get rid of it. Some of you may think that's terrifying, there's no way I could ever contemplate just thinking of saying yes to any of the things that I'm terrified of. But if you do it slowly, like just do it how you're most comfortable doing it. You can either build up to the big scary things that you're scared of, or just go out and do it. 100%, I promise you, once you've done it and you've not panicked, you feel so much better, and it builds your confidence, and you just feel so much better about yourself. And the more you're building your confidence, the more you think, I can do it. If you're watching this and you know somebody that panics, and you know someone that has anxiety, but you don't suffer with it yourself, there are a few things I can advise to you if you don't know what to do, or you don't know what to say, or you don't know how to help. One of the main things is, please research it, because there's nothing worse than being with somebody that doesn't get it and that doesn't want to know. 110% it will make them feel so much worse, like so much worse. One of my biggest advice to you is, if you're standing with someone and they're having a panic attack, whether you know them or not, whether you can sympathise or not, please just stay quiet until they ask something of you. They're panicking and they don't need you to panic as well, and if they want something from you, they will ask you. That's what I like anyway. I don't know if everyone's the same, maybe some people do like being distracted, but I think it's just better to make it aware you're there and to let them know that you're not going anywhere and that there's no pressure to be anywhere. And if they say, I want you to find me some ice, you run and find ice. And if they say, I want you to make me a chair, then you make a chair. Maybe not that extreme. Okay, so I'm coming to the end of my video now. I'm sorry I've rambled on for so long. I do hope this has helped some of you, and I guess the reason that I'm doing this is to just say, please don't let anything control your life. Be that a person, if there's a person in your life that's affecting your like mental health, or they're not helping the situation, be that your actual anxieties, be that things that you worry about every day, your panic attacks, your depression, anything, don't let it control you. And I know that is easy for me to say, but after suffering with it for 9 years and now being able to do things that I wish that I had done on my own without any help, then I know that maybe some of you watching this may feel exactly the same way after this video is finished. If you can switch off the negative thoughts surrounding any of those things, even if it's just for 1 day, then eventually you will start to grow confidence, and your fears and anxieties and worry will soon fade, and you'll just be able to do all the things that you really want to do. I try and look at it as in, think of all the amazing things you could be doing, or all the amazing things you could be missing out on, and you don't want to have to live your life thinking, what if I'd have gone to uni? Like, what if I had gone travelling around the world? What if I had just said yes to that guy that asked me out on a date, but I said no because I was too scared? There are so many things that you could literally sit here and be like, what if? And you don't want to live your life thinking, what if? There is a lot more to people than you might first realise, and sometimes life is hard for people, and I just hope that this video has either comforted you in the knowledge that someone else is going through the same thing, or has even helped you realise what you're experiencing is panic, or if it's helped you to help someone else, or if it's in fact helped you to stop panicking. That would be absolutely amazing. But please leave comments in the comment section below and reply to each other's comments. This is a good opportunity for people to write things out and for other people to reply and for people to get involved with each other and help each other. Please just at least try and say yes to one thing after watching this video, if not everything. And yeah, let me know. I will also leave the links to my blog posts below so you can go and read those. And that's it. So I'm sorry this was really deep, but I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching my videos and for sticking with me. So yeah, Have a nice rest of the day, and bye!